Hi guys, so today I'm going to teach you how to clean your makeup brushes and sponges. It is so freaking easy, and I think people tend to forget to do these things and they don't understand like how much, oh my god, you could see like makeup flying out of my brushes, but I don't think they realize how much makeup and bacteria gets stuck in these things. Now, you don't need to go out and buy like special brush cleaning solution or anything like that. You can completely do it yourself at home with antibacterial dish soap and olive oil. It's literally that easy. Now, you want to use a container that is either glass or plastic or porcelain. You don't want to use a paper plate. The oil will seep through it. So there's no like exact science to this. You're not going to know exactly how much you need, but you're supposed to have 2 parts soap to 1 part olive oil. So just use your best judgment. I mean, you're either going to have too little or too much regardless, which you could always either rinse it down the drain or just make more. Now I have like a ton of brushes, as you can see. I actually did end up having to make more towards the end of this video. Now, you don't want the water to be too warm. Try to keep it at like lukewarm temperature, because if it's too hot, it can melt the glue that holds the brush bristles in place and they can actually fall out. So you want to take your brush, wet the top of it, dip it in your solution, and then use your palm to scrub. Now, you know, the bigger the brush you have or the more that you use the brush, the more junk that's going to be in it. This particular one that I'm cleaning is a foundation brush, so it looks like extra gross. All the water is like brown every time I rinse the brush or my hand. And try to keep your brush bristles pointed down. You don't want that water to get into the glue. Obviously, it's inevitable, but just do your best to keep your brushes pointed down. That way the water is dripping down and not into the base of the brush where all of the bristles are bound and held together. So now we're just going to do the exact same thing with every brush that we have. It doesn't matter the size or what the brush is used for. It's the same technique for everything. So just a little tip, I try to avoid putting my brushes directly into the water when I am rinsing the soap off of them. Again, because we don't want any of that water or soap to get into the glue. So what I'll do is I'll kind of put my palm halfway into the faucet, and then as the water is like running down and pooling in my hand, I'll use that and like wipe the brushes back and forth 18,000 times. And that will rinse the brushes thoroughly. You won't have to be like sticking them into the faucet and squeezing the ends of the bristles or anything like that. Now, cleaning any type of beauty sponge is exactly the same. You're just going to dampen it. I use a lot more soap on these though, just because they absorb so much more product. The one that I'm cleaning right now is relatively brand new. I literally have only used it maybe like 4 times, but as you see, still a bunch of stuff came out of it. So you want to rinse it off, dip it in the soap, scrub, 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 and then just keep squeezing the same way you would if you were dampening it to use it. You just want to let it fill up until it can't hold any more water. Squeeze it, let it fill up, squeeze it, let it fill up, squeeze it, until everything that's coming out of it is just pure water and no soap. Now, the next one that I'm washing is like dried up and shriveled. This thing has been used and abused. You can see how disgusting it looks. And I'm just going to do the same thing, but I'm going to show you how much more product actually comes out of this. It's kind of like sickening. Look at that water. It literally looks like a freaking pile of mud just like came out of there. It's so gross. Actually, as gross as it is to clean them, think about how gross it is that if you're not cleaning them, all of the junk that's coming out of them is actually just going back on your face. Like if you keep having skin reactions or breakouts every time you apply makeup, it could be it's time to just clean your brushes and sponges. A lot of people are quick to point fingers and say like, oh, this product is making me break out, but chances are it could just be what you're applying the product with. Another trick is if I have a lot of the same type of brush, like my smaller brushes, for example, these are all eyeshadow brushes, I'll just grab a handful of them and clean them all at once. You don't need to do them individually one at a time. It's going to be a lot quicker and faster this way, and they're still getting clean the same way as if you were to do them individually. So this brush right here is my Holy Grail foundation brush. This is the Morphe M439 that you guys have heard me say like a billion times. This is so dirty, it's literally gross. Like, I'm painting a layer of foundation on my hand. That's how much freaking foundation is in this brush. Like I said, this cleaning is a long time overdue, and recently I haven't even been filming my foundation routine because I haven't been using the brush because I knew how dirty and disgusting it was. So, yeah. Well, that's it. It's that simple. Do it yourself. You don't need to buy brush cleaning solution. All you need is some dish soap, which I'm sure everybody has, and olive oil. It took me about 25 minutes to clean all the brushes that you see here. So obviously, if you have fewer, it's going to take a lot less time. If you have more, it's going to take more time than that. The brushes also take about 2 to 3 days to dry, so keep that in mind when you wash them because obviously you won't be able to use them the next day, so just make sure you're planning accordingly. Well, this concludes this video. Thank you for watching. As always, you know it means so much to me. Also, don't forget to check the description bar of this video and every other. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up as well if you like this video. And don't forget to follow me on other social media as well. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more videos.